Inside wild hotel parties of the mega-rich. Most people think of hotels as places for rest, business trips, or family vacations. You check in, drop your bags, and enjoy a comfortable stay. But for the mega-rich, hotels serve another purpose entirely. Behind the closed doors of penthouses and luxury suites, wild hotel parties unfold, events so exclusive and secretive that most guests have no idea they even happen. These are the gatherings where power, money, and excess collide, and hotel staff whisper confessions about nights they will never forget. I once stayed in a luxury hotel in a major city where rumors of these wild events circulated constantly. The top 2 floors were always off-limits, reserved for VIP clients. When I asked casually at the front desk, the staff smiled politely and changed the subject. Later, I overheard one employee confide to another, "You wouldn't believe what goes on up there after midnight." It became clear that hotels serve as playgrounds for the wealthy, offering them privacy, service, and a stage for unforgettable nights. The first thing to understand is why hotels are the perfect setting for these wild parties. Private villas might seem more logical, but hotels offer anonymity. A wealthy guest can book under an alias, check in quietly, and rely on staff trained never to ask questions. Luxury hotels also provide full support, security, catering, housekeeping, all without leaving a trace for outsiders. This discretion is part of what makes the hospitality industry so appealing to the mega-rich who crave secrecy. One hotel manager confessed that special suites are often prepared for these events. "We remove extra furniture, bring in sound systems, and stock the minibar with champagne worth thousands of dollars. By the time guests arrive, the room doesn't even look like a normal suite anymore. It looks like a private club." These shocking hotel stories rarely reach the public, but employees share them behind closed doors as proof of how far hotels go to satisfy their wealthiest clients. The guest list for such events is as exclusive as the setting. Celebrities, CEOs, athletes, and sometimes even politicians attend, slipping in through side entrances to avoid cameras. Staff confess that private elevators are reserved to shuttle these guests directly to the top floors. One concierge whispered, "It's like another world up there. The music, the lights, the number of people. It doesn't feel like a hotel anymore." These wild hotel parties remain invisible to regular guests, but the evidence is everywhere once morning comes. Security plays a huge role in these events. Teams of guards, sometimes hired by the hotel, sometimes brought by the guests, patrol hallways to keep curious visitors away. "We had to redirect other guests who accidentally wandered too close," one night staffer admitted. They never knew they were steps away from one of the wildest hotel parties of their lives. This combination of secrecy and exclusivity fuels the allure of these events, turning them into legends whispered among hotel employees. Of course, the parties themselves are spectacles of excess. Expensive bottles of champagne flow freely, food is served in endless courses, and entertainment is brought in to keep the night alive. One time, we had to carry up crates of rare wine, a bellman recalled. "The value of those bottles was more than I earn in a year." These shocking hotel stories highlight the unimaginable wealth and indulgence that the mega-rich display when the rest of the world is asleep. For hotel staff, working during these events is both thrilling and exhausting. Servers admit they are often asked to deliver trays of food and drinks to rooms that look like scenes from movies. "You open the door and see 20 people dancing in a space meant for 5, one waiter laughed. "It's surreal." Housekeepers, on the other hand, face the aftermath. The next morning, we'd find confetti in the hallways, broken glasses and stains everywhere. It took hours to reset the rooms to normal. These confessions show the hidden cost of wild hotel parties. The most surprising part is how organized these events actually are. Far from being spontaneous chaos, many are carefully planned. Event organizers work with hotels in advance, sometimes booking entire floors. Special catering menus are created, furniture is rearranged, and staff are briefed not to ask questions. We got an email before one event that simply said, "No photos, no questions, no exceptions," one employee confessed. That was all the instruction we needed. These strict rules protect the identity of wealthy guests and ensure the hotel's reputation remains intact. At this point, let me pause for a moment. If you're finding these confessions about wild hotel parties fascinating, comment below where you're watching from and on which device. We love hearing from viewers worldwide. And if you want more hotel secrets, shocking staff confessions, and travel tips every week, make sure to subscribe right now. Your support helps us keep uncovering stories that hotels never talk about publicly. Back to the parties. One of the most unbelievable aspects is the money involved. Some of these events rack up bills in the tens of thousands of dollars. A single night of catering, drinks, and security can cost more than an average family vacation. One hotel accountant confessed, "We once charged a guest $50,000 for a single weekend stay. Almost all of it was food, alcohol, and special services." These shocking hotel stories prove that for the mega-rich, price is never a concern when it comes to luxury. Another confession involves the aftermath for regular guests. Sometimes other people staying in the hotel notice unusual activity. They might hear faint music from upper floors, see unfamiliar staff rushing in and out, or wonder why elevators are locked. We once had guests complain about noise at 3 in the morning, a receptionist shared. We told them it was just a private event. In reality, it was one of the wildest parties the hotel had ever hosted. These polite explanations hide the truth from most visitors. The secrecy extends to hotel management. Officially, they deny knowledge of any such events. Unofficially, they support them because the profit margins are huge. Those nights make the hotel more money than a week of regular bookings, one manager admitted. Of course, we keep them happy. This balance between discretion and profit is what keeps the cycle alive. As long as the mega-rich demand luxury and secrecy, hotels will continue to provide it. Not all stories are glamorous, however. Staff confess that sometimes these events get out of control. Guests fight, damage property, or create messes so severe that repairs are needed. One shocking hotel story involved a penthouse suite where the walls were damaged, carpets ruined, and furniture broken. The bill for damages was astronomical, a maintenance worker revealed, but it was paid in full, no questions asked. Money, it seems, is the ultimate eraser in the world of wild hotel parties. Another hidden truth is the role of hotel staff gossip. Despite the rules of silence, employees talk among themselves. The stories spread fast. One concierge admitted, even if you weren't on shift that night, you'd hear about it the next day. These whispered confessions are part of hotel culture, a way for workers to share the surreal experiences they witness without ever going public. Finally, the most important secret is that these events are more common than people think. While not every luxury hotel hosts them, enough do that staff across the world have similar stories. It happens in every major city, one employee confessed. New York, London, Dubai, you name it. If the money is there, the hotel will make it happen. This shocking truth shows that the polished image of hospitality often hides a wilder, more extravagant reality. In conclusion, wild hotel parties of the mega-rich reveal a hidden world most travelers never see. From private floors to endless champagne, from secret guest lists to whispered staff confessions, these events turn hotels into stages for indulgence and secrecy. While ordinary guests enjoy comfortable stays, a select few use hotels as playgrounds for unimaginable nights. The next time you walk through a hotel lobby, remember, Behind the closed doors of the top floors, there might be a party unfolding that you will never be invited to, but staff will never forget.